Hey YouTube, time for some Transformers Prime Soundwave. So I got this guy at Kmart the other day, and the reason I say that is because for my Creo fans out there, he came with this little $5 coupon for Creo sets. Just gonna take that off, and there you have it. So I'm gonna hold on to this. You can read that, but it's basically $5 off anything 15 or more. So there you have that. On to Soundwave. You got some really nice box art up here, obviously. Looking very cool, very stealthy. You got down here Soundwave in his vehicle mode with Laserbeak there. He includes a DVD, which is Loose Cannons, yet again. Same episode we've been getting over and over again. Got here Deluxe Class, Series 1, 004. On the back, you see a nice little product shot of him with Laserbeak on his arm, and him in Recon Drone mode. And you can see, I guess that's Laserbeak there on his back. So that'll be cool. You got the rest of the Autobot cast here. And his bio at the top. So let me get in there so you guys can read that. There's that. If you want to read it, go back and pause it. All that fun stuff. Over here you got his technical data. You see obviously intelligence, very high at a 10. Skill is a 9. Which, like the 2 or 3 times we've seen him fight in the show, he's very skilled. But then his courage is a 4, which is kind of odd to me considering that, well, I guess we've never seen him do anything that would require courage. So that's interesting. He's pretty strong with an 8 strength and 8 rank, so I guess right under Starscream or Dreadwing, depending on where you are in the show. So there you have it. And there's the box. I'm going to get this guy opened up. Here we have Soundwave in his vehicle form, and you can see he's a nice little drone. He looks pretty cool. I like him. I like the way he looks. You know, he's got some nice purple accents, very dark purple down here, up here, and then some light purple or pink in there. And over here on the sides, little accents, just little things there. He looks pretty nice. He's a little bit of a pain to transform into vehicle mode. You can see this big seam right along here, which for some reason I can't quite seem to get. If I did something wrong transforming him and you guys can tell what it was and want to let me know, please do, because I would love to be able to get that right if I got it wrong. If not, then, well, that's an issue. That's something that I'm not a big fan of. Now, one thing people were complaining about was his size. They're saying, oh, he's too small, whatnot. In vehicle mode, I gotta say, I don't feel that way. Considering he is a drone, he's supposed to be an unmanned vehicle. Well, not necessarily a drone, I guess, because he's, you know, alive in there, but he's an unmanned vehicle. He's a UAV, which those aren't really that big. Those are actually pretty small. So I'd say this kind of works, and especially if we compare him with first edition Starscream, you can see that's some pretty good size on him right there, if you're comparing just these two. I mean, it's kind of bigger than him. So there's that. And also, he does a really good job. They did a really good job of hiding all of his robot parts. Really, all you've got is, you know, maybe a pelvis there and some legs. That's about it. He's got landing gear here, which is just a little plastic thing. There's no landing gear back here, although there are these two little, I guess, points that he can kind of sit on. Let me see what else is there. Laserbeak. So Laserbeak is right here. Pop him off. Set Soundwave there. And here we have Laserbeak to transform. Real simple. Just rotate that up, and you're done. Just position these little wings as you like them, and that's it. Really. And there's his little head. That's about it. You got a little peg here. You can peg him wherever you want. On the package, it showed him pegged up here. You can do that. I prefer him being on the underside here, but for now, I'll just leave him here to the side. So there you have that. Before we get into transformation, one thing I just wanted to mention that I thought was pretty funny is this right here. Meh. You can, if you want, you can have a little mouth up there. Very, I guess, to me it just looks like Skylinks from G1, but there you go. Just dropped them. Alright, for transformation though, you want to take his wings and rotate them back and out of the way. Then you want to take this whole bottom part and split it in half. And here you're going to start getting his legs. You're going to take the top of the, I guess, the nose cone, flip that back, and then flip it all the way back like that. Take this bottom part, flip it back. Take this part here, flip it forward. And as you can see, I already put away the landing gear, which is right here. All you have to do is just rotate that out of the way. So you get the other foot, swing this all the way back, swing that, and there you go. Those are his feet. And then to complete it, you're just gonna kind of rotate this, rotate that, and just chicken leg them. And just like that. And then you can put the little knee pads down. So those are his legs. Now that those are done, and let this focus on them, there you go. Now that those are done, we're gonna move on to the upper body here. You wanna take the wing, kind of push it out. It's not really tabbed, but it's kind of stuck there, I guess. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but no, you're going to rotate them down, and then you're going to start separating it. So you're going to take this, you're going to pop it out. There's a little tab right here, a little notch there that you're just going to separate like that. I don't know how well you could see that, but it's just like that. And you want to slide this up into here, and then rotate out the whole forearm, which is right back here, just like that. And you want to do that on the other side as well. Just get everything there all spread out. Sorry if I got off camera there. And there's that. Now for the head, you're going to take this part here with the nose cone, or with the, I guess, the thruster, pull that back, and there's your revealer gimmick. Head pops right out. You take the little thruster, fold that in, fold that up, and there you go. And here we have Soundwave in his robot mode, and he looks pretty spiffy. So obviously we still have Laserbeak here. To put him onto Soundwave's chest, just rotate these up, take him, you're going to put this peg right here into that hole right there. You can see it's already shaped specifically for it. So you're going to take that, slip that in there, and then just take his little wings and push them on in there. So there you have that. Now, quick, or I guess a semi-quick rundown of posability. His head is on a ball joint, but it's very limited in terms of going side to side. That's as much as you're going to turn his head. Same that way, which is very unfortunate. If you want to give him a sideways look, you got to kind of cock his head to the side. Gives him that little look, which is a little annoying to me. So there's that. You can also go give you a little headbang due to the little spring. You can give you that. Adjust the camera a little bit. Then his arms. He's got this shoulder here, which allows him to swing his arms all the way around. For some reason, it's going really awkwardly. But as you can see, it's angled. So by the time you get back to here, it's inside, whereas here, it's going out. Then he's also got this little hinge up here, which allows you to swing his arm in and out. He's got a ball joint here. Gives you a great range of movement there at the, I guess, the bicep. Another swivel up here, which means more goodness. Another, I guess, is that a pin or hinge down here at the forearm. Moves that in and out. And then another thing here, which we saw during transformation, bend that, make them look really awkward. Nothing at the hands. They're just, you can see they're just little fingers, but there's nothing going on there. They've got the little hole there, which you can use for him to hold stuff. So there's his arms. And one thing that bugs me, since I'm already up in this area, is this little shoulder piece. It doesn't actually like lock into place. It just kind of slits in there, or slots in there, and then friction holds it, which is a bit annoying. Moving on down, he does have some ab pivot, so he can give you little crunches. He's got waist rotation all the way around, really nice. Ball joint legs, which are limited in that you're not going to get them to go further out than that right there. So that's unfortunate. But they will go all the way up and all the way back very nicely. Got some nice rotation there at the upper thigh. He's got this right here, which is really for transformation to make it easier on you. But you can get that to go in and out, which is kind of a weird little spot for a pivot. And then you got obviously the knees. You got these two joints here, which will do the chicken legness. But if you have him with his leg all chickened out like this, you're not getting any real bending. And you can bend this back and actually get him a good knee bend. That's about it. One thing I do like is I don't actually like having him chicken legged like that, because it's just, well, I'll get into that in a moment. I'll get into that. Obviously you've got this right here, this little kibble, which you can position that down like this if you want it to be like the back of the foot instead of being up here and adding more stuff. His feet will pivot up and down. That's it though, no side to side. So back onto the legs. And you get him standing here so you can really see it. His legs are too short. They're just too short for me. I don't like that. I'm not into it. I think his legs are just too short. His torso's fine. His arms are fine. I think this is just too short. And for an example, just to show that off, here is the first edition Starscream that I showed off before. And you can see, really, they've got about the same size torso area, or upper body from the waist up. It's about the same size. But the legs are just so much shorter on Soundwave, which makes him really shrunk down, which is just wrong. I think he should be around Starscream's height. So what I like to do is just lengthen these out. Maybe give him a little bit of a bend there, but that's about it. You fix that up, get him standing right. And that's a little better. It's still not great, but it's a little better. Now, I feel like this is about as long as they should be when they are chicken legged. Other than that, though, there you have it. There we go, set him off to the side. Now as for Laserbeak, of course, you can also take him out again. You can take him out, transform him, whatnot. And then really all you're going to do with this guy is just peg him onto Soundwave's arm over here at his wrist. And then just make it like, he's holding him up. Which really, this hinge up here is kind of weak, so sometimes you got to just position it right to get him to actually keep his arm up. Then get that in there, and then, so as you can see, he kind of falls off a little bit if you don't have him positioned just right. There we go. It's a little better. So you can see you can do that. He does get a good range of poses. His arms are very well articulated, like ridiculously articulated. You can see here on his back, really not much kibble. He's got the wings up here and whatnot. Really, the only kibble that bothers me is this down here, right here at the back of the calves. This is the only thing that actually bothers me. But again, you can bring that down and have it be where he's just got big feet. And that'll actually help with his stability by giving him much bigger heels, I guess. So you could always just do that. Another quick size comparison, or actually just to kind of complete the size of Laserbeak, get off of there. Let me put this guy back on Soundwave's chest, make him look normal again. There we go. For last size comparison, we bring back Starscream. There's Starscream. Make sure he stands with his stilettos. Come on. There, nope. Thought I had him. There we go. And then here is Megatron. So you can see he scales well with Megatron, I think. Let me adjust that for you. I feel like he scales well with Megatron. But Starscream is just a little taller than him. I wish he could be a little taller. That would make me happier. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a taller Soundwave anytime soon, since the new Beast Hunters robot for him is really just the same thing with some added crap on him, really. I mean, sorry about the language, but that's what it looks like to me. So there you have it. Now, my recommendation for this guy, he is still a cool figure. Even with my little nitpicking there, he is still a cool figure. I do enjoy this figure a lot. And I'm going to have fun posing him, putting him on my shelf with the rest of the Decepticons, and making it really complete. So that's going to bring me some happiness. And he does have some pretty good playability to him too, especially with the addition of Laserbeak there. So I think he's pretty fun. So my recommendation is, well, go ahead and get him. I think so, because obviously chances are you're somebody who wants the whole Transformers Prime lineup, which he's in it. He's in the show, he's in there, so he's one of the ones you want to get. And he's one of the main Decepticons too. Now again, I also don't like that his face is just blank. Let me see if I can get that to focus on there a bit. His face is just blank. I wish they had something in there, which Repro Labels has fixed with a pretty good little Repro Labels set. A sticker sheet set. This thing being loose, coming out bothers me. And then also he could use some more pink up here and all that. He needs more pink, purple, to give him little accents everywhere else where he's supposed to have them. So, but really those are all my nitpicks. Other than that, this is a pretty good figure. He's not my favorite. He really isn't, unfortunately. Although I am happy with him. So my recommendation is, for 15 bucks, you can't really go wrong with them, I don't think. So I think if you find him for 15 bucks, go ahead and pick him up. But if not, don't pay a premium price online. Don't pay what scalpers are trying to charge you for him. Was it 20, 30 bucks, whatever? That's ridiculous. 15 bucks. I got him at Kmart. I went one day, he was $18. I went back the next day, he was $14, and I grabbed him. So I feel like that's the way to go. So there you have it. This has been Self Portrait 14. Have a nice day.